Hey everyone, I am going to shoot a breakdown video of a very famous YouTuber who shoots a lot of martial art video. His name is Rokas. He is from either Finland or Iceland or one of those Nordic countries. And about 4 years ago, he decided to close down his Aikido dojo and started basically visiting different gyms and trying different martial arts system. He actually went to Seattle and trained with Matt Thornton and got his blue belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu from Matt. Matt runs a Straight Blast Gym, which is famous for training a lot of pioneers in MMA, and Straight Blast Gym Island is where Conor McGregor came from. Anyways, this video is about a year old, and I think this is after Rokas got his blue belt already in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and has been like training with different martial instructors. I'm going to do a breakdown of his sparring session against a very good Kudo champion from Lithuania. I think he came in first or second or whatever place in the world championship. I forget. Now, a little bit about me. I am first degree in Kudo. I should be higher rank, but I have not kept up with my Kudo membership. I was a former branch chief in upstate New York for the Rochester region. I got my Kudo first degree, first dan, in 2014. I'm also a second degree in Judo. I run an MMA gym for the last almost 19 years. And my first martial arts system was Muay Thai. And so I think I have a pretty good grasp, good base on how people should fight and train. So let's do a breakdown and let's see what happened. So here we go. This is my first time watching it. I actually watched it briefly when it first showed up on my Facebook feed. So there's the bow. Okay. So here you go. Boom, boom, boom. So not bad. We're going to rewind a little bit here. So let's watch it again. So a lack of commitment on his part. Now this is a friendly sparring session, but you still got to like kind of control what you do, but at the same time kind of like be committed, you know what I mean? So here's some good thing and bad thing about it, okay? So let's watch. These are little details that a lot of people miss out. Now what happened is I think Rokas fall into the trap of learning martial art techniques versus understanding fighting. Okay, and I coined a phrase: combat sport is athletic movement with a violent intention. So the number one thing you need to understand is you need to be an athlete. You need to move like an athlete. You need to operate on a very primal athletic ability. And then you add in the violent component. You add in the skill of what makes a martial artist. In other words, a martial artist is someone who study how to use martial art. Okay, so let's rewind a little bit and let's watch this. Okay, so here's the friendly tap. Okay, so he reached out with his rear hand right here. Okay, not bad. He extended a little bit, and when he moved backward, notice his feet's kind of flat here. Okay, not a problem. He needs to move back. Now he's lunging forward. This hand is probably dropped. A good thing that you always should do is get in the habit of throwing a lead hook. So have this hand up a little bit closer here, and boom, lead hook, you would have caught him. And that would have stunned him. Then when you throw the lead hook, use that to target accuracy for the straight cross. So let's watch what happened here. Boom, right there. So he threw a jab, not bad, but as the guy was coming in, as he goes backward, he should have thrown a lead hook to bait him. So let's watch again. Oop, wrong part. Let's move back a little bit here. Right there, right there, right there. Boom, lead hook cross. Okay, good. Now he threw the jab, but not a lot of commitment. Now what happened is you got to learn to ratchet your combination. Okay, so if the jab doesn't connect, step forward a little bit, cross. If the cross doesn't connect, step forward a little bit again, hook cross. Okay, or follow with some kind of kicks. and you constantly got to ratchet your movement so that you get closer to your target, so that eventually you'll land. Okay, and so what happened is people don't understand that they always expect to land on the first or second hit. So let's watch again. Now, granted, this is a highlight reel, so it might not be exactly what the whole sparring match. Right there. Okay, so the kick was kind of slow. I don't know, maybe he doesn't want to hurt him. Maybe, sometimes you're traveling, you're tired and stuff. Okay, now maybe he's not used to the speed because I forget this instructor's name, but he's very, very good. So sometimes if you never spar with someone who's really good, you get thrown off. Okay, because in the beginning you might catch them with stuff because you overcompensate, but eventually they pick you apart. So let's watch again. Okay, right here. So he threw a jab. Okay, then he threw. Let's see, was it from the? Let's watch it again. Okay, so really, a couple of bad component here. Watch his supporting leg. His supporting leg moved to over here when the supporting leg should move this way. So think of it as a pigeon feet, or a female triangle. In the Filipino martial arts called female triangle, also the V. So what you need to do is, let's just say you want to throw your lead kick. Okay, so you threw a jab. When you're a beginner or you don't have a lot of skill, you actually want to throw everything from the rear side. Because when you throw from the rear side, you have more power. Because you're standing on your front foot. When you throw from the rear side, your vector force, that means your arrow, your energy is going forward, and your mass is transferring forward. When you throw from your front feet or front hand, you're shifting your weight to your back leg while your vector force is going forward. In other words, your mass is shifting backward while your vector force is going forward, and that takes more skill. So he did a couple of beginners' mistake. Okay, now if you're highly skilled, you can start doing stuff in the lead. But when you're not highly skilled, make sure your vector force goes forward and your mass goes forward. Now watch the supporting leg right here. So we're gonna watch it again. I'm gonna zoom back 10 seconds. Okay, right there. Right, you see the supporting leg? It stepped this way. Big mistake. It should have stepped that way. Okay? Okay, so he's being nice. I don't know how good his athletic ability is. He could kick the leg, continue kicking the leg to get out, land, spinning back kick, or if he's very, very athletic while he's holding himself in, this foot's getting held in the air, spinning wheel kick, okay? But very hard to do. My suggestion is if you get caught, keep on spinning your kick down, land, and practice your spinning back kick. Okay, oh, so he got caught, and then the foot got landed, but his hand should have been ready. Or he should have gone to a clinch position. Okay, so here he has kind of his hands very up. It's very good. Now what happened is, sometimes when you fight, there's force on force movement. Both guys are colliding. And to slow things down, and if you're not very good, but you're physically stronger, you actually want to clinch. So right here, what he needs to do is slow him down by taking his front hand, clinching, pulling him in, then the rear hand, and then from there, knees or whatever, okay? But I don't know if he's going to do that or not. Let's watch what happened. Okay, so he went backward, okay? He went backward, and then he's doing the high cover, also called the crazy monkey cover or peekaboo cover. Now, this Kudo champion, very, very good movement here. He sensed that. Now, what happens, he's probably done this 1,000 of times. So let's watch this right here. Oop, went back too far. Let's watch again. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, now boom. Okay, so he caught him. Now watch. He dipped to the side a little bit to kind of seek him out. So for a second, he's out of your vision. And you're like, shit, I don't know what's going on. So these are things that if you are a game opponent, game player, you know how to do these little things to screw people up. Okay? So what you do is you completely ignore that and you disrupt the bottom. So if someone dips to the side, you just kick their front lead leg. Okay? Because you know that when they kick the front lead leg, they have to rebalance themselves toward the center again. Alright? But very hard to do. Okay? Notice the straddles is kind of wide, so it's hard to do stuff, the kick the lead leg. Now he dips to the side. Now what happened? He starts throwing combinations. Now he's overwhelmed. He's going to have a high cover. But I don't like the way he moves backwards. Okay. Now I call that biped motion, where you kind of walk backward versus gliding backwards. So let's watch what happened here. Right there. See, you want boom. That's it. He's being nice to him. All right. So right now he got in. It's probably a clip. Probably some stuff is missing. He got in. Okay, and now he got I like what he did here. Oh, he threw the kick. Boom. Okay, being nice to him. Okay, he got in. Level change. I like what Rokas is doing here. Rokas pummel underneath. Okay. Okay, right there. Now here's the thing. Look at how far his hip is. How far it is. Once you get the underhook, you got to shuck. Now if you have the gi, grab the shoulder at the back and get your hip in for the inside leg trip, Ouchigari. Okay, boom, Ouchigari. Or Rokas is kind of high on how good he is. He can shuck it off, get underneath, or control, take this forearm, wrap it around his body, step across for Ogoshi, Harai, Goshi, Uchimata. Alright, so let's watch what happened here. Kind of slow. Okay, here's the problem now. So he's here. He needs to establish better base. His base is not very good. His feet's kind of flat. This part is called a pocket. He needs to stick the top of his head to the side of his ear. Okay, and stick it in, drive it in, pull this arm across, and drive it. Create a lot of pressure right here. Let's watch if he does that. Nope, he didn't do that. Okay, now he lost the grip, and now he's going to do some weird, I don't know if he's going to do some weird fighting, like foot fighting from here, okay? So let's watch happen. Okay, so he has here, okay, he should shuck it or start throwing knees. Let's watch what happened. Okay, so right here, he gets the grab. Okay, so there's a couple things he can do here. You see this here? This is called a V, okay? And now he needs to take this foot, step over here, point this toe forward, and he can do a lateral drop and pull him backwards, okay? So literally, he just sits on his butt, like extend his foot, okay? Very common move. Now, what this gentleman needs to do is he can do osokomi, okay? So what he needs to do is he needs to do a wrap throw. He can take this hand, wrap it over here, extend this leg, and kind of like roll forward, osikomi ashi, okay? So let's watch if he does that. Nope, he didn't do that, okay? And so let's watch again. So that's kind of like basic judo, okay? So he didn't do that. So he's going to practice a rolling knee bar here. So it's common, I guess, if you're from Russia, Lithuania and stuff, you know, rolling knee bars influenced by sambo. So there are cross-training in that area. Okay, so rolling knee bar, the rolling knee bar didn't work. Okay, there's things he can do to get the rolling knee bar better, but maybe he didn't want to hurt him and stuff. Okay. Boom. Okay. Okay, so a little bit hard to do ankle locks and stuff with the tie the shin guards and stuff. Now I don't like the way Rokas is getting up. Okay, he's getting up where both of his knees are kind of like forward. Now watch right here. Right there. Not good at all. Not good. Not very good way of getting up. Okay, he needs to improve on getting up properly. Okay, right there. He needs to establish base. I don't like this. Okay, where you see how both his feet is forward. Okay, that's called a square stance or a sumo stance. Sumo square stance or square stance are not very common during combat. Okay, whenever there's engagement of action, there's usually a staggered motion or asymmetrical pattern. Okay, asymmetrical. Okay, when you have symmetry, you're not fighting. Okay, and this is why traditional karate, they stand there in a horse stance and they're doing the reverse punch and stuff. And then in real life, they can't get it to work because of symmetry. Okay, symmetry do not work when you're fighting. Okay, very, very rarely does it work. Your body, when you fight, when you have engagement, is asymmetric. So watch what happened here. Okay, so because he's starting from an asymmetrical stance, it's hard to throw that knee. Okay, he has a lower base. It's this hand here. I don't know if he does this. If your back of your knuckle against someone's knee, you go in, you scoop, lift them up, get your hip underneath, and you can take this knee here and brush the supporting leg for a throw. I don't know if he's going to do that or not. Oh, he let it go. Oh, nice headbutt. Very nice. Okay. Very nice. If he threw the kick, now here's the thing, it's called recoil. When you throw a kick, you need to push off the body so that you pressure him. So you give yourself a little bit more time to land your supporting leg. Or you kick and then you go back. As you go back, you need to establish base and be ready for counterattack. Okay? Now, a lot of people don't do that, especially when you're a beginner. You finish things off with one hit and you think that's it. Okay? So there's a recoil motion and you got to right away establish control again. So, right there. Okay, not bad. Okay. Okay, so here's the problem. He's not setting up offensive maneuver to slowly figure what's going on. What happens? The human mind. What happens? The human mind shuts down unless you have lots and lots of experience. So you need to prod. So you need to like throw little things here and there so that you become more accurate. Okay. So think of like radar. Okay. So this guy's been doing it for a lot longer. So his target acquisition, his accuracy is much higher. So watch what happens. I don't know what he's gonna do. Maybe he's gonna step, high kick, whatever. Okay, so let's watch. Oh, very nice. He threw it inside leg kick, very soft. Didn't want to hurt him. Okay, very nice there. See that little overhand there? He has a slight overhand dip. Okay, so he threw the jab. Okay. Now after you throw the jab, you need to figure out how to throw it. Okay. You throw the jab. You step forward just a little bit, just so that the mass, your weight goes forward. Return with a cross. Because you're wearing Kudo helmet, you're allowed to throw elbows and knees. You can throw elbows right here. Boom. Okay, now let's watch what happened. Over there. Okay, so very nice. So he threw an overhand. He dipped out of angle. Now watch this here. It's off the ground. His weight is shifting forward. Because his hand is low, by the time he brings it up to a straight cross, it's too slow. So he's going to use the weight of shifting forward, and he's going to throw an overhand instead. Okay, so that's how you can anticipate if someone's going to throw an overhand. Boom, right there. Okay, so he threw an overhand, and then as the overhand comes down, he works to an uppercut. So it's very common. Let's watch again. Overhand, uppercut. Okay, now the uppercut's a close range weapon. It didn't work. Okay, uppercut didn't work. Watch his shift. See, this foot's off the ground. This gentleman's being nice, but he came from a knockdown karate background. I'm sure he knows how to do this. He'll probably throw some kind of kick, which he didn't want to do. Okay, now what's going to happen is higher skill guy won't just throw a kick. They will pull the kick with their hand. So they'll throw a straight cross or something past your head to pull that kick. Okay. Okay, so, okay, very nice. Nice bob and weave motion. A lot of, I call it kinetic chain. So beginners or guys who just weightlift and stuff don't have kinetic chain. So kinetic chain is basically you're linking the moves together so they come together. So that way it stacks them up. It looks more powerful. It deceives your opponent. And the force is continuum. Okay, so watch this kinetic chain here. Okay, right there. Okay, very nice. He dipped off to the side. Right there. He dipped a nice body shot and a nice roundhouse kick to the thighs, being nice. Okay, now watch how soft and light his movement is. Okay. Now right now you're in the safe zone. Okay, I forget what this is called in Japanese. What happens? The safe zone is if both guys reach up their hand, they both touch each other's fists. Okay, so you're not really fighting. So when you're in this range right here, you have time to kind of catch your breath, dance around, kind of observe, regroup yourself. Okay, now watch. This is what he's going to do. He's going to do exactly what I just said. Okay, so what you do is if you and your opponent both extend your hand, if you're both similar in height, and you kind of touch each other's fists, you're in the safe zone. Okay, now combat zone is if you and your opponent both reach out their hand and you're about like this far from each other. Okay, so let's watch again. Oh, let's go back a little bit here. Okay, now right there. See, he's dancing because this is just a sparring session for him. He doesn't feel like stressed. Now, what happened is very, very important to have actually flow state. When you spar, you need to tap in that flow state. If you spar under stress all the time, you can't tap in that flow state. Flow state is where you work at your optimum creative level. And you need to learn to tap into that all the time. Too often people spar too hard and they can't tap into a flow state. Okay, so 20% should be like stressful sparring and 80% should be flow state sparring. Okay, this is how you stay healthy, you stay good, you stay injury free. Okay, now a lot of coaches don't know that. Okay, so watch what he's gonna dance a little bit because he's gonna tap into that flow state. Right there, see that? Okay, now watch the way he danced though. I'm gonna watch again. Okay, watch the way he dances. This is very subtle. He danced, and then watch his hand motion. He's been doing this for so long. Watch the way he reset. Watch the way he kind of, this is called the carriage. Watch the way he carriages his hand. Like the way his arms kind of hang onto his body is very effortless. Now watch this. This takes a lot of stress, where it's like a statue. Okay, so what happens is high elite guys, they have taught their bodies to kind of like everything kind of like hang together. Okay, so watch. Oh, we missed that part. Wait there. Look how comfortable he is. Okay, now let's watch the next part. So he's sizing him up. Okay, boom. Okay, not bad. He faked and then he came in. Now watch this. He's gonna basically do kosotogaki. Okay, and so basically it's a minor reap from the outside. Okay, so he comes in. Be very careful. This Rokas' knee could get hurt here. He's being nice. Okay, so right now he's gonna hook and he's gonna fall forward. These are one of the first few takedowns that if you do not come from a judo or wrestling background that you should learn. Super easy to do. Okay, so watch this. He's gonna kind of like hook it like this way, and then he's gonna sit him down. Okay, kosotogaki. Right there, boom, kosotogaki. Now, if you're MMA, you're being nice, you're going to cut through, mount, ground and pound to a spinning armbar. Basic setup. Okay, good. Rokas very nice. He kind of do like a single butterfly here. Has a single butterfly, but other things could be done better. You know what I mean? Like slink off to the side, fight for the underhook. He's not doing any of that. Okay, right there. Okay, I'm not very impressed with this grappling. Okay, right here, not bad. Okay, so he's here. I don't like the way his elbow's resting. He's too high. You need to learn to get to turtle, tight turtle. You need to learn to sit out. You need to learn to hip high, stuff like that, okay? So, okay, so he's doing a grab, not bad. Once again, I don't like the way his knee's sitting. Okay, so if both knees are down, you pull him in or you pull yourself forward. And then from there, you slide his hand right here, and you turn the corner for a double leg on your knees. Obviously, this foot has to pop up. Let's see if he does that. Okay, pop up. Okay, now here's the problem. His body, his vector force is going this way, when his vector force should be going this way. So let's see if he takes this hand and comes over here. Let's see if he runs a double. Oh, he didn't run double. Look at how far his hip is. Bad fundamental mistake right here. Okay. Okay, not okay. Okay, now watch again. Bad fundamental mistake right here. He throws a lead push kick when you're beginner. Throw push kick from the rear leg. Okay, right here. So once again, and then his recoil is incorrect. Right there. And his push kick, when he throws it, he's on the ball of his feet. Right there. You see it? Okay. Lift yourself off the ground, okay, and then watch what happened to his toe. His toe's gonna lift up a little bit. Right there, not good. Okay, not good. He bounced upward. Okay, not good. Okay, right here. Okay, so this is not bad. The center of his hands is here. So what happens sometimes your opponent's moving too fast? You just stick out your hand and just monitor the head. And then what you do is you don't actually aim for his head. You aim for the back of your palm, the back of your knuckle, okay? And you just, boom, and you just replace your palm with your hand. Okay, so imagine stick out your palm and then pull this hand back and then hit your palm. That's a way to trick your mind. A lot of times when you're sparring, your mind is not seeing things. You got to give it weird, like triggers, weird tricks. Boom, right there, he missed. Boom, okay. Kind of slow in the clinch work. Okay, right there he's clinching, but he's not doing anything. Okay, now watch what he do. So this is called dominant angle. He has a dominant angle on him, so he's going to come around and probably hook or something. You got to understand when someone has a dominant angle, you got to fight for a better foot position and angle position. Okay, so let's watch. Oh, good. He's almost got a Kostokaki on him again. He's getting overwhelmed. Okay, so a common mistake that most people do is they throw a jab, and then the jab comes back. So in other words, you're putting your mass back, then you throw a cross. You actually want to leave the jab out, okay, and then as the jab is coming back, the cross should be coming out. Don't bring the jab back and the cross out. So this is the problem. It's not a tight kinetic chain. And so he's having a hard time with it, okay, because these are little minor issues. Right there. So he needs to get in the habit of just throwing more of that cross. Let's fast forward a little bit. We'll talk here. Very hard to improve in one day, you know what I mean? You need a coach to kind of like point the little details. The problem is sometimes when you're a martial artist, you think everything's technique when it's not. It's basically, it's once again, athletic movement with violent intention, okay? If you're doing combat sport and you want to compete. Alright, so let's move on here. You can watch the rest of the video on your own. Okay, he does a breakdown. Okay, round 2. Let's watch what happened here. Okay, so once again, when you throw a kick, be ready for recoil. You need to throw and bounce off the body, okay? If you practice that, the person catching your kicks get caught less often. Number 2, he's not setting up his kick. He's throwing the kick like as a technique versus the actual tool. Okay, like think of every move as a tool. Okay, the technique itself is not going to help you win a fight. It's a set of tools that will help you fix a car. Not one tool will fix that car. And when you don't understand that, you think everything's independent. Okay, so watch again. Boom, right there. He just threw a kick. Against someone who's super skilled, they'll see it from miles away. Okay? He needs to like throw ratchet with his motion, and once in a while you throw a kick. Okay? Watch his hand. He's like psyched out here. He's being so nice. This guy, he's probably like really high level in Shinkai karate. He can do like Brazilian kick, dragon kick, or whatever type of kick come over his hand and stuff. He's being so nice. Oh, very nice kick. He's just tapping him. He's being so nice to him, right? He's been doing this for so long. You can see it in the way his body moves. Okay, a little bit too much dipping. I guess at higher skill level guys, they will start timing it. But I guess Rokas is fine. Being nice, being nice. Once again, it's caught him with Kosotogaki. Okay, now you got caught. Okay. Well, he's not bad. There's things you can do to float, give him a hard time. Okay. Now this is called asymmetric motion. Notice his weight is already on this side. What you do is you learn to take advantage of the weight. Whenever there's engagement in physical force, it's 99% of the time it's asymmetrical force. Okay, it's not symmetrical force. So in other words, there's going to be an imbalance. One side is going to be slightly heavier than the other side. You need to take advantage of that. Right there. He'll quickly shift. Okay. Boom. Not bad. Let's see if he's able to scramble. Heavy pressure. Oh, pass. Not good. The jiu-jitsu is not very good. Oh, just caught him. Caught him the lead kick. Okay, right here. Okay, so really, right now he's kind of like a wet blanket hanging over him. What happens, a lot of beginners don't understand how to settle your weight, how to make your opponent carry your weight, how to establish better base. so that you generate force to counter his force, and then from there, that buys you time. Okay, so it's not just technique, it's a sensation, it's a feel. Okay, and that's what makes combat sports so effective, is because you learn to build up these neurofeedback loop, okay, that traditional martial art do not teach. Okay, and that's what makes the difference. It's not the technique, it's the fact that we get to play the sport over and over again, and then we develop very tight neurofeedback loop, and then we develop our own personal solution to a problem. Okay, so right now he's hanging to block. Oh, not good at all. Not good at all. So right now this is horrible right here. So he has the belt position, okay, but it's not doing anything to disrupt his control, okay. So he's just walking back. He's like, you know what I mean? Like you see this here. This is called a V. Not very good V, okay. Okay, so right now, if you don't know wrestling stuff, then just throw knees and stuff. But once again, look at it again. Symmetrical motion, okay, symmetric, okay. Okay, so no, oh, not bad, not bad. Okay, so if you know judo and stuff, even if you don't know judo, there's very basic judo throws you can do from here. All right. All right, so right here, you can do iponsuonagi, you can do hip throw, spiral throw, you can drop to your butt, do double butterfly guard, sweep, stuff like that, okay? So he's not doing any of that. Kudo allows all that, to be honest, okay? And one of the reasons why I got my Kudo first degree was because I came from Muay Thai, knockdown karate, Judo, and Brazilian Jiu-jitsu. I already had all the fundamental and component of Kudo. And so when I tested for my Kudo first degree, it was not difficult for me to get it, you know what I mean? And so a lot of people will contact me asking, you know, I want to train in Kudo, this and that. I don't have a Kudo school close by me. So I give them suggestions. And to be honest, a lot of people buy into the status and they don't want to listen. They're like, well, I want to get my rank in Kudo. I said, well, if there's no Kudo school by you, join a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu school. But if you can't, join a BJ Judo school, you know, and these are the throws you need to work on. Join a Muay Thai gym or knockdown karate school, Kukshikai karate school, or full contact karate school, and these are the striking you need to work on. Do a little bit of wrestling, do a little bit of Zen Jiu-Jitsu. Watch some videos on YouTube. Talk to me, maybe bring me in a couple of times. I'll give you the framework. Okay, it's not that hard. That's what Kudo is. Kudo basically is a sport. Okay, and the word Kudo in kanji or hanzi means empty way. Okay, and it basically they removed the word hand. So karate. So karate basically is the way of the empty hand. And what Azuma did was Azuma, before he passed away, became very enlightened, right? And then he realized that everything is formless. So the way of the empty way, okay? So hongdo. Okay, so in Cantonese it means hongdo, hongdo, right? So in Japanese they pronounce kudo, right? And so the way of emptiness, right? And so basically, when you're a beginner, you look for structure. But when you get to a very high level, it becomes formless. In other words, everything, you become the art and is no longer rigid, okay? And it's very hard to get to. And this is why when people come up to me and they tell me Muay Thai is the best, karate is best, Judo is the best, Brazilian is best, they have fallen in love with the status, the marketing, the validation. At the highest level, martial artists don't fall in love with that. We become very formless, you know what I mean? And so I'm very lucky I got to test for my first dan, my showdan in front of Azuma, and then I got to help participate in a grading session in front of Azuma again in New York City. So there's videos of me sparring in front of Azuma, okay? Okay, not bad. He threw the jab, but he's not connecting. I don't like the fact that he throws it and then his hand comes back. And what happened is you're pinning your weight down. Okay, these are little fundamental. Not bad. He's a little bit tapping. He's a little bit too forward. Okay, right here, see how his toes lifting up? That means your opponent is going backward. Take advantage of that. Just just basically spear him. Okay, let's see if he does that. Nope, he didn't spear him. Okay, boom. Okay, right here, once again, you have a V position. Whenever your opponent's in a V position for a split second, they're like in a reset position. So you can actually go in. Now, if you don't have good judo, you got to ratchet your way in. So the first movement is bring this foot a little bit over here, then take this foot, kick it up. That buys you time. Then reset this foot to here into another judo throw. Okay, so you have to establish a good triangle. So when you do judo throw, look at the triangular base position. There is the lifting leg and there's the third base. So good judoka understand that basically during moment of contact and just before the execution of a throw, unless you're doing hip throw, there's only basically 3 foot position. So one of your feet is on the ground, your opponent's 2 feet, and then you have your third foot, which is like a rolling foot motion. Okay, like a rolling motion. Nice headbutt. Nice headbutt. Boom, headbutt again. That's something. Headbutt is something I kind of sucked at when I was doing Kudo, because I never really got to practice it. I never, because my background was Muay Thai, Judo, Brazilian Jiu-jitsu, knockdown karate. So when I would do sparring against other Kudo guys, I got hit by a lot. Okay, so very nice. That was a nice straight cross. I don't like this V position again. A lot of the way he sits his weight down, not very good. Once again, whenever you throw your kick, V position. This foot needs to step forward. A lot of beginners go toward the side of the kick. You're taking the force away. Not good. If you're always going backwards, not good. So here's the rule of thumb. 3 movement, 3 step backward. Anything more than that's too much. Okay? 3 second, 3 beat. 1, 2, 3, or 3 movement of retreat is too much. Okay? Once you retreat in a straight line for more than 3, you're in trouble. So how I train my guys is they move 1 straight back, 2nd slowly off to the side. By the 3rd movement, they're off to the side. If they're really good, 1st movement straight back, 2nd movement off to the side. If they're really good, is right away they pivot, but very hard to pivot right off the bat. You have to be so mentally tough. Alright, let's watch this part. This is what I'm talking about right here. Okay, well, watch what happens. Watch how he moves back. Move back. Oh, I missed that part. Okay. One thing I like to point out is those Kudo headgear are freaking hard. If you're not used to it, you actually don't like hitting someone. For me, I had to be very careful. In one of my sparring matches, you see it. I threw a high kick, and just before my kick was about to land his head, I actually realized, shit, I might break my foot, because I was kicking someone taller than me, and so I decided to kind of like pull the arc down, and I missed his head. But I was testing for my black belt, and I realized, shit, these headgears are freaking hard. You know what I mean? So you have to get used to it. I don't like the Kudo mitts. They're kind of like it comes from a traditional karate. So it's like wearing mitts, fingerless mitts, and then there's paddings on it. Okay, so it's I prefer MMA gloves. There's more padding to it. All right. So, all right, guys. I'm gonna upload this video and edit it, and then I'm gonna do like an edit version with thumbnails and stuff. 9.